Welcome, folks, to LARP Ontario. It's time for another episode of Storytime. Now, for those wondering why I have this in hand, well, as some of you, the more observant, may have guessed, we have a new camera setup. I have a couple of lights going and a new system for recording audio. I have no idea if it's going to work or not, but to celebrate, I figured I'd share one of my PC stories, which was from one of my events at Elegy. Now, those of you who have watched my other videos will know that they are my absolute best pick, my complete favorite for anyone who's never gone to any type of LARP ever in their life. Anyone to whom this is a complete mystery, you've never done anything similar, you've never tried D&D, or you've never really been into video games. This game is the absolute best because of how simple it is. At least for new players. And anyways, getting off topic. So the story I want to tell for this week, with celebration to the new setup and all, is it's a PC story. And this was I believe, the September event of last year. I could be getting the month wrong. I probably am. But the thing is, first big opening mod of the night. Bunch of us were wandering in our way back to town. And myself, being a very tanky penitent, covered in all of my armor, of course, was part of the front line. There were these waves of giant mutant moths that would just tear through all your armor, weapons, everything. All your stuff would break. And given that half my tankiness is my stuff, you can see why this would be a problem for me. But it wasn't just waves of them, it was also waves of, I think it was Rex? I'm not actually sure, and these kind of, mutant koala things. Or am I getting them mixed up? Well, if I am, please comment and tell me how I got it wrong. Anyways. But it was these waves of the moths and then the other thing, one after another after another. It was ridiculous. And not even like halfway through the fight, all my armor's broken, I'm a bit wounded, I only have one decent sword, my shield's broken, and I love my equipment. My equipment, it's not just that it makes me hard to kill, but visually it adds that extra of I am not going to die anytime soon. Now, obviously, out of game, you do have to keep your head cool. You don't want to actually hurt anyone. But in game, my character, Valor, was so pissed. I mean, he was absolutely livid. All his good stuff's broken. He has one sword, because as he was trying to pull out his spare when his shield broke, they broke the spare as he was pulling it out. He was not happy. It got to the point, the rage got to such an extent, that he started taking things on alone that by no rights I should have been. Like, here's a moth. Normally you want to have a couple of people, so that way when it's throwing out whatever breaks it throws, it's less likely to hit your stuff. Me? No armor, slightly wounded, one good sword, I take down one, then I take down another, then it's another, and it's one at a time. I'm killing things on my own without any help, and I am so pissed. I mean, the rage my character has, it's not just that all of his stuff's broken, is he has to carry all of his broken stuff back to town with him, setting it down for each fight, to kill things, pick it up, and go back to carrying it. But it is this one after another where the emotions are fueling my ability in a fight in ways you really have to be careful with, but they make such wonderful moments. Anyways, so, eventually, after one after another, I think I killed, like, 3, maybe 4 things on my own. Which, given that everyone else was fighting them like 2, 3 on 1, I'd say that's not terrible. But we finally get back to town. I'm carrying all my stuff. I just kind of slam it on the table for the engineers to go. And I'm telling people, I have the scrap. Somebody fix this. I have the resources. Just get it done. Because on my way into town, I'm basically going like this. It's just a moment of, look at me. Look at what I can do. I am your god now. Because, at least for me, with how the adrenaline was building up, it felt like I was just this unstoppable fighting force. It was just entirely ridiculous how our emotions can get sometimes, but oh god, it was so much fun. Anyways, obviously I did get my stuff fixed. But for those few moments, like right when I'm dragging my stuff into town to get it all fixed, you felt, I felt amazing, but at the same time I was just absolutely livid. And that is really the only word I know to truly describe what my emotional state was. Um, yeah, no, we really enjoy our post-apocalyptic games. It gets a little nutty, and like I said, I've probably forgotten or mixed up a couple of the details here and there. And if someone else remembers them differently, feel free to comment. Tell me how wrong I've got it, how you remember it differently. It's whatever. It's story time. Let's share some fun stories. In any case, I hope you like the new equipment. Please, comment, tell me what you think of it. Like the video if you were there and you remember the shit that happened. Or even if you just like the story. In any case, this is LARP Ontario. I'm Robin Wood. Please subscribe, and as we say in Nerd Fighteria, don't forget to be awesome.